Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Edely and this is
Dania.
So we asked you guys some questions and we got a lot of responses. So we're going to be answering a lot of your questions.
I'm excited.
Okay, first question. Is it your hair? Is this all your hair or are you wearing wigs or extensions? Tell them.
It is all
some
our hair. I can confirm for her, it is all her hair.
And I can confirm for her, this is our real hair.
It's real.
How often do you trim your hair? Does it help it with growth? So I really think that is a myth. Trimming your hair helps to make it look better and more put together. Like the more split ends you have, the more dry it's going to look, and it's just not cute. But cutting it off is not going to make it grow any faster. Your hair is still going to grow even if you don't cut your hair, but please get trims because it helps with the appearance of it. So
if you have a good stylist, you can get trims more frequently than you may think and still get the length that you want and achieve your goals. So for me, I get a trim every 4 months, I would say, and I've only started to do this more recently because I found a good stylist that properly does dustings versus really chop off all my hair. So I feel like I really am trimming just the split ends, keeping my hair looking full and healthy, but I can continue to keep my length and my hair still grows faster than the length that I'm cutting it every 4 months.
So my split ends are not here, they're throughout. So why are we going to be cutting off this much length when the split ends are just flaking out throughout? You just have to make sure that you get those. That's all you really need to do. Okay, which DHD straightener do you have? Do you recommend it? Yes, I recommend it, and it is the 2-inch styler.
I have the 1-inch styler and I really love it, but I'm dying to try the 2-inch.
Yeah, you need it like
for our hair length.
For like really long hair and you want to put like a lot of hair in there, like the thicker the plate, the better.
But also I feel like you get fuller curls when you try to do it, because with the straightener you can curl your hair too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to try it.
I prefer curling with the thicker ones. Yeah. Okay, what do you use to stop/reduce hair loss?
So for me, I think it's 2 things that I use regularly in my routine, but obviously there's some information out there and trends that I think have been proven to work as well. For me in my routine, oiling my scalp before I wash it every single week or every wash, which for me is once a week, is really important in boosting hair growth because you're really stimulating and circulating the blood circulation, and you are letting some of the hair that's supposed to fall out quicker and create room for new hair growth, and it stimulates your follicles. So hair oiling is really big for me. Castor oil, rosemary oil, things of that sort, those ingredients work really great for your hair and hair growth.
Do you get it raw or products that have the ingredients in there? I
personally prefer products that have the ingredients in there because I feel like they've already done a great job formulating it.
Yeah.
And I prefer blended oils. So instead of a straight castor oil or a straight rosemary oil, which can irritate your scalp, and castor oil tends to be really, really thick, I prefer oils that are already blended, mixed for you, and formulated for that purpose.
Yes.
So
see, I haven't oiled my hair in years because I'm so traumatized, because when I used to try to do it, I would do it with the raw ingredients and leave it in overnight and too long.
Impossible to get out.
And impossible to get out, breaks out my skin. So I've just been traumatized by it, so I have never done a legit oil.
I'm dying to oil your hair.
You need to get me into it.
I'm gonna get you into it.
And know which ones I can actually use.
Yeah.
I just have not been into it.
I've been doing it for honestly over 2 decades. Most of my life we've oiled our hair because it's part of my culture and it's been a tradition in my household. So I can tell you all about it, and I really do believe strongly in it, but you definitely need to know what is good for your scalp and what works well for you.
Yeah, and can we oil our hair if our hair is like naturally oily?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I actually think, and I don't know how true this is, but from my personal experience, my hair tends to be on the oilier side, and by consistently oiling my hair and really making that part of my routine, I feel like I don't naturally produce as much oil
I've heard of that, yeah.
So I don't know how much scientific truth there is, but like personally, I do think it works for me.
I've heard about that, and it's like It sounds like it wouldn't make sense, but somehow it does.
Somehow it does, maybe.
So.
The other thing that I think is really great for hair growth is growth serums, because you're really just, again, back on the scalp, stimulating the scalp. And I think you use Vegamour as well.
Yeah, that was going to be my answer.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. It's the only thing I've ever really done for hair growth, because I've never really felt the need to grow my hair, but I did give Vegamour a shot because they did send out some free products for me to try, and I started using it, and exactly a year ago I did start shedding more than the usual amount of hair, which I'm okay with shedding. It doesn't really bother me, but there wasn't really baby hair, so that was my biggest concern. I was losing all this hair and it seemed like nothing was growing in its place, and I've been using Vegamour for over 3 months now, and I do see so many new baby hairs, and my hairline is like thicker. Like my biggest insecurity for the past like 2 years has been like my forehead being huge, and I'm probably the only one seeing it. I think I have like a little bit dysmorphia with it.
Yeah.
But Vegamour has really helped
the hairline.
to sprout new hairs around the hairline and make it thicker.
I think for me too.
Can you tell?
Yeah.
Or am I crazy?
No, I definitely.
You can tell.
You can tell. Yeah.
Okay. See.
Yeah. Also, like I feel like the hairline for me with Vegamour was my insecurity as well.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I started using Vegamour in 2020, right when the pandemic hit, and I noticed an increase of hair loss. Again, I'm also like you. I don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But it was more significant than I've ever experienced before, and my friend was feeling it as well. I think pandemic, a lot of people might have experienced it. Also, COVID hair loss, and so I incorporated it into my routine. So I've been using it for over 2 years now, and it's just part of my routine. And outside of it having such a great formulation and ingredients, it forces you to take care of your scalp on a daily basis, and that in itself just helps with hair growth.
Yeah, and this isn't like claims that they put on the bottle or anything, but I do feel like my hair gets less oily, and I have less irritation because I do struggle a little bit with like a flaky scalp, itchiness, it getting oily. But like when I use the hair serums, either the Grow Ageless or the Hair Grow, my hair, it's like a little refresher to my hair, and I can last a lot longer without having to wash it, and my scalp is just in a healthier condition, not just the hair growth. It's like scalp care.
Yeah, that's a great point to notice though, because I feel like sometimes we only focus about hair growth, but like just having a a healthy scalp is just like Healthy scalpy is just the perfect ecosystem and environment for you to have hair growth. So if we start with that and just focus on that and like less about hair growth, naturally the hair growth will come with it as well, I think.
Yeah, the biggest question I get about the Vegamour serums is it oily? It's not oily,
not at all.
You can put it on.
It's like a very watery consistency.
Yeah. Okay, I did everything for my hair and it's still not growing longer. What did you do?
Yeah.
I don't know. So, okay, hair is going to grow. And a lot of people who say their hair isn't growing, what I notice is those people are normally the people who have a lot of hair breakage. So a lot of times people think their hair is not growing, but in reality it is growing. But while it's growing, your hair is also just breaking off. So what you really need to do is give your hair an environment where your hair doesn't break. So don't be rough with it. Sleep on silk or satin. Make sure you're moisturizing. Adding oil to the ends will also really help to prevent breakage. I don't know, what else do you think?
No, I think that's a great point. I think it's the breakage that probably people are not realizing for the length aspect of things, but I do think that genetics play a role in things, and there might be some truth to the fact that your hair just might stop growing at a certain length. But I actually
also hair cycles.
Yeah.
Hair cycles, like there's times where your hair just like sprouts out, and then times where it just like slows down and stops. And I don't really know too much about like the science behind that, but that's just real life too. Like your hair grows slower in the winter and faster in the summer, and also has its own cycle.
Right. And I think if you really feel like you're stuck with your hair growth journey, focus on an anti-breakage routine. Yeah,
protect what you already have before you worry about new hairs coming out. Okay, I have very dry, damaged, and rough hair, although I never use any chemicals on my hair. Chemicals can sometimes be good. These are professional scientists that are putting together really like nice hair masks for us. Like, don't be so terrified of silicones or all these other fancy
ingredients.
Yeah.
And like a lot of things are chemicals that we don't realize are chemicals. And so chemicals are okay. They're not
I
bad.
don't believe in a raw
Yeah,
approach. Like there's some people who only put like coconut oils and then like wash their roots with apple cider vinegar. That's like my worst nightmare. First of all,
a lot of breakage.
I did that because that was like the YouTube advice back in the day, and it irritated my scalp so much that like I flaked out even more, and my scalp was just like screaming for help. My ends were awful. Like,
yeah, natural is not always better. Chemicals, not using chemicals and omitting that from your routine is not going to answer why your hair is still damaged. Damaged hair means like you have an open cuticle and you really need to probably use certain chemicals to seal your to seal the ends.
Yeah. How do you make your hair smooth and glossy?
So two-part answer for this. So I think one is hair health, and then the second one is like hair like makeup, I call it. So I feel like, think about it like skincare. Like I feel like your hydration, your moisturizer, that's all your skincare to make your skin look like glass, and that's same with hair. So like what ingredients you use on it. For me, hair oiling is really important. Using masks, things of that sort is going to get your hair in a good state to have a natural shine to it. And then like makeup, which can help enhance your features and enhance your face. I feel like there's a lot of good like anti-frizz serums that you can use to like lock in the cuticle to make your hair look even more shiny. And another thing is heat. Heat often makes your hair look shiny because it is smoothing out the cuticle. So if you want really, really nice glass hair for like an event or something like that, straighten your hair and you'll have that glass look. But again, it starts with having healthy hair or keeping your hair healthy, hydrated, moisturized, using good anti-frizz products, and then using the heat when you need to make it extra shiny.
Basically, that's the answer. But yeah, same. I love using like a good hair mask. I like using oil when my hair is still damp to seal the cuticle. I really like using heat. Before, when I was going on my first healthy hair journey, which instead of making it better, I made it worse. I stayed away from heat completely, and my hair was so dry and rough, and it just really showed me that not using heat was not the answer. And also, if you're gonna grow out your hair, you want, or have like this new hair transformation, you want to enjoy it. So if you want a good style, you want to straighten it, you want to curl it, do it. What's the point of having hair down to here if all you're ever going to do is put it up in a braid or a bun, or just have it look rough all the time? Like, it's your hair. Like, have fun with it. Like, do what you gotta do. But also, okay, so glossing systems, I really love the L'Oreal Ever Pure Gloss. I think you use that too.
Yeah.
And then Kerastase as well. A lot of people gave me hate about using the L'Oreal one. They're like, girl, how can you use L'Oreal? Kerastase is L'Oreal.
Yeah.
They're the same.
And Kerastase is incredible, which means that L'Oreal also has incredible ingredients and products.
Yes, and I also love Color Wow. Have you tried the glass spray?
The glass spray, yeah.
It's amazing. Again, all these things with their chemicals. These scientists are super smart, and they're putting stuff together for our hair to look like glass. And a lot of people are afraid to use these things, but it makes your hair look good. A little bit is fake it till you make it type. Like my hair naturally, if I were to just use water or not use any chemicals, which chemicals are so bad, if I were to use no chemicals, my hair would be, yes, thick, yes, long, but it would be frizzy and rough. This I created through chemicals.
Yeah.
That doesn't go for everyone. Some people have like the most simple routine and their hair is like shiny and nice, but that's not my genetic makeup.
Right.
So for me, it is a lot of makeup. How to grow back hairline? I use Vegamour.
Vegamour.
And massages.
Yeah.
How old are you? 26.
31.
Basic hair routine that keeps it healthy. So how I started my hair routine, that's like the most basic thing you could do, and if you look at my first hair care routine video, you'll basically see this, is the first thing I implemented was a leave-in conditioner. A leave-in conditioner completely changed my life. A really good one is It's a 10, and I don't even use it anymore because I get sent so many new ones, and I've been using the Way one a lot recently, but the first one I ever got was the It's a 10. So get a leave-in conditioner that you really like. And then if you don't like being high maintenance and always having to buy all these products, I really suggest going to Ulta when they have the jumbo sale, and they have like salon quality shampoo and conditioners for like half the price, and they'll last you for a really long time. So those are like really low maintenance. And then if you don't want to buy a full-on hair masks. They can be really expensive sometimes. Just leave your conditioner on for longer than just rinsing it out. So like leave it on. Also maybe like when you're done with your shampoo, towel dry your hair just a little bit to get that excess water out, then put your conditioner on, let it sit for a while, then rinse, and then put your leave-in conditioner. And then also just like the one-time purchases that you can do is like change out your towels to microfiber hair towel and your pillows to silk or satin, and that's gonna help so much. And if you think these things are like pricey or things that you don't want to spend it on, just think about like you only have to buy it once. It's not like your conditioner or everything else that you're gonna have to always repurchase. These are just one-time purchases, and it's gonna make the world of a difference. It sounds so silly, but it really does make a difference.
Yeah. The only thing I'll add to her routine to create a very basic healthy routine would be for me hair oiling, which is something that
I'm not into it.
Well, yeah, she doesn't use, but I would say buy one hair oil along with a good shampoo and conditioner, do the jumbo size like she recommended, have a good leave-in conditioner, switch out your towels and your pillowcases, but adding an oil and use that oil before you wash your hair, and then also use an oil on your ends after you style your hair or even when it's damp.
Yes, I like that too. That would be like my next purchase. It just makes it less basic, but that's like as simple as it gets for me.
Yeah.
Tips for dealing with oily hair.
First thing I would say is make sure that you're shampooing your hair properly. I think the first problem that comes with oily hair is potentially not the right shampooing techniques. So emulsify your shampoo in your hands before you apply it to your scalp so that you're not just focusing your shampoo on one part of your hair and like moving it around and it's struggling to actually evenly distribute. If you have thick hair like we do and long hair, we always talk about this, like sectioning your hair and washing your hair in section. Shampooing my hair 2 times always on the minimum actually. Most shampoos, if they're sulfate free, don't like create a lot of suds, but a good way to tell if your scalp is actually being cleansed is the amount of suds you get. So you'll notice that you'll have more suds on your second shampoo than your first shampoo because it's actually really clarifying your scalp. I have this trick that I was telling Edely about, and it's I use the Voloom is this tool that kind of crimps your roots. I mean, it crimps your hair, but it's meant for the roots, and it like creates a texture to your hair, which optically makes your hair look less oily. So that's probably not a solution to oily scalp and oily hair, but it can help you kind of extend your washes if you need to.
Yeah, so I think the quickest answer for something like this would be dry shampoo, and that used to be my answer to everything, but recently I've been like a little against it. Like I do appreciate dry shampoo and I like it, but my goal is to only have to use it one day. If you're having to use dry shampoo on day 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, you gotta focus on the shampooing and make sure your hair is actually clean at the roots. I used to not shampoo twice. Ever since I started doing that, it's been so much better. I also started using scalp scrubs, scalp detox exfoliants. That helped a lot. And also clarifying shampoo is really good. Not every time, but just like maybe once a month. Yep. So that's helped a lot. And then do shampoo when it's really necessary, but if you're relying on dry shampoo, that's not going to be the most healthy thing for you. And then also with all the news of the dry shampoo, I did switch over to powder shampoo for now, until we get like more information on that. I feel like a news broadcaster.
I know.
Saying that. Okay, what color is your hair? I don't want to talk about that. What color is your hair? Go to my TikTok. There's a horror story on that. Okay, how to treat dandruff. Same thing. All these like gray products and like double shampooing and stuff have really helped with that. Have you ever even had to deal with dandruff?
When I was younger, so like my mom like does a good like she like examines my scalp and just like will kind of let me know what like I need to be doing or whatever. And so she'll let me know, she's like, you look like you have more flakes or whatever. But I think for me, when it comes to dandruff, whenever I've had to deal with it, or like in general and I have like build up and it kind of like feels like dandruff, there's like 2 types of dandruff. I think one is like products built up and one is like actually like your scalp like creating flakes. But one ingredient that I personally really like for dandruff is Amla. It's an Indian gooseberry. It's like a super ingredient or a super like whatever fruit, I guess. And it's, again, not natural. I don't use natural amla. I use amla in whatever like formulations, like a serum or an oil, and it's so soothing to your scalp. Bakuchi is another ingredient that I find really, really soothing to the scalp. I am really into Ayurvedic hair care, and Ayurvedic hair care uses a lot of these plant-based ingredients that I find to be really good for dandruff and scalp soothing. So like if you have an irritated scalp, it helps a lot.
Yeah, for the longest time I used to think that like having irritated scalp was like almost normal, and I can't believe I lived that way for so long. It's not, like, because the YouTube advice used to be like, push through it, your hair, it'll train your hair, it'll get better. If your scalp is screaming and you just want to itch it all the time, like, it's not normal. You actually do have to do something about it, and you shouldn't push through it. Like, not going without washes for that long when you're that uncomfortable and irritated is not okay.
Yeah.
Like, wash it and figure out what you need to do. Also, everyone's scalp is different, so.
What's your thoughts on dandruff shampoos? I've never personally used one.
I don't like how they make the ends of my hair feel, so I don't like it.
Okay.
What really fixed my hair with dandruff in the beginning was the Nature Labs scalp scrub, and it's clarifying. That one I used all the time before I got rid of everything. And the AGELESS scalp exfoliant, salicylic acid.
I love that one.
It's so good.
It's really good for dandruff.
Yeah, and then my fingers are kind of dainty and weak, so I'm not the best like massage person, so I always hated like getting in there. But ever since I started getting scalp scrubbers, it's helped so much and feels so good. Like, if you have dandruff and you're itchy, like, you do not have to deal with it. Like, you can fix it.
Wow.
Do you face hair fall? Everyone faces hair fall.
Everyone has hair fall.
Yeah. Okay, so that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave down a comment if you have any more questions, and hopefully there will be a part 2 to this.
Yay! Can't wait. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.